Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to My Life Has Destiny podcast, where you have me, your host, Coco Fentin, and your other host, Quint June. And we have a great guest with us today. His name is Quintin,
Hey,
the owner and founder of Hi IQ Clothing. So we're super excited to have him on.
appreciate y'all
He,
having
hey, I thank you for accepting the invite.
Right, right.
So tonight we are going to talk a little bit about entrepreneurship, how he started his brand, and he's going to tell us about his journey. And once again, if you guys have any questions or comments, you know to write them in the chat and we'll pop them up on the screen so that he can answer them, or we will answer them depending on who you are relaying the question to. But other than that, we just gonna go right in and get right on started. Unless Quint got something she need to say.
I don't. Go
No.
forward.
Let's do it.
All right. Um, all right. So tell me, Quint, let me turn it down. Like I said, I go live when I get in. So tell me, Quentin, how did you first of all, how long has it been since you started your brand? What made you decide that you wanted to actually start the brand? And did you start out with this name or did you change it?
Okay, I started off in August. I want to say the 20th. I think like August 20th, like the day I released my logo. Um, and basically, like I said, I had been sitting on this idea for a while. The clothing thing, I always wanted to do clothing. I had played around with a few different names. It was like high quality clothing one time, and a whole bunch of different names I had scribbled down. And Hi IQ just came to me one night, and I felt like it was just a great play on words. It was so much I could do with that little phrase right there, the Hi IQ. So I just ran with it, and I wasn't working at the time, so I feel like that's what really pushed me to go ahead and step out to launch my own business and see what it was going to do, because I had been sitting on the idea for a couple of years, and I felt like it was never really a right time to step out and take that leap of faith, and not having that job, that's all I needed.
Okay. Okay. So when you decided to go with that name,
Hmm.
did you was it like an epiphany?
Yeah, it definitely was. It's about 3, 4 in the morning. I was in my notebook scribbling, sitting there scribbling, trying to do some sketches and stuff. And Hi IQ came to me, and it was just like $1 million idea in my head, like light bulb went off. I was like, Hi IQ, it got the Q in there. My name start with Q. Like I said, it's just so much you can do with it. Like the first thing that came to my head was a brain with a joint in his hand or something like that. And then I was thinking like, it ain't even got to do. You ain't even have to do nothing with weed. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want it to be, because it's high IQ, so it,
Right.
it really can represent what you want it to represent. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I feel
Okay.
like I feel like it was a great idea.
Okay. Okay. So besides at the time that you wasn't working anymore, what really launched the journey to get you started and headed in that direction?
Um, I feel like I needed to build something for myself, something that I could actually have to call my own, and something that I could just stand on and be proud of, and have faith in, and just feel like it was going to be the best. And I don't have any kids right now, but I was thinking like if I was to ever have kids, it's something I could lead to my kids.
Right.
Just what I'm saying. That's a little bit of generational wealth, and
Mhm.
take it from
Something
there.
something that they can just walk into.
Right, right.
Right, right. So that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I always tell people you work on leaving a legacy behind so that your family don't have to work as hard.
that's
That's
You
true.
know
right.
what I
That's
mean?
facts. That's
So yeah,
facts.
that's great. So as far as do you make everything or do you just specialize in like t-shirts? What do you do?
Right now I got t-shirts, hats. I've done hoodies. I didn't really get into like the winter gear.
Mhm.
Like I said, I had just launched in August, so I was still learning. I'm still learning
Mhm.
now, but I do want to get into different avenues. Like outside of clothing, like I want to do like after school programs and mentorship programs
Okay.
Awesome.
and things like that. But as far as the clothing, I got t-shirts, I got rolling trays, I got
Okay.
women's clothing, I got the socks coming. Working on some swimsuits.
Okay.
So I'm trying to go. trying to go food, everything. I'm trying to have it all.
All
One
right,
stop,
ain't nothing wrong
Awesome.
with that.
one stop
Ain't
shop.
nothing wrong. I see somebody gave you some claps and some hoorays over here. It don't have a name on it, so I can't tell you who it is.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
say Facebook user. I'm gonna
Right.
pop it up so you can see it. They gave you some claps over here.
there we go. But yeah, I want to get into everything for real, for real.
Okay, okay, that's what's up though. That
It's gonna be
ain't
high.
nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being multifunctional and
Telling
turning what you do into a corporation.
telling
You
you.
That's
know what I
right.
mean? Instead of
High
it just
IQ
being one
Enterprises.
thing. That's it. That's it right there. That's
High
it.
IQ
Cause
Enterprise.
I like your logo.
I appreciate
Oh,
it.
it's T. Okay, I don't know why your name ain't coming up T. But yeah, cause I like the logo. The logo is what caught my eye. I was like,
Right.
okay, and then I read it on the side. I was like, okay, it say high IQ. I was like,
Yeah.
all right. I was like, all right, maybe we
Yeah.
working with some smart people. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so that's a good thing. I'm excited. Like
Yeah, I
I saw
appreciate
what you had on in your the picture that we
it.
put on the
Mm-hmm.
flyer for you, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, he got the logo on everything. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about. It's on the hat, the shirt, and the shorts.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, wait for the sneakers to drop now.
You
Like,
feel
wait
me?
a minute.
Because it's not. I got the
That'll be
slides.
hot.
You got the
Got,
slides?
got the slides. Stop playing.
All
Okay,
right now.
okay,
Stop
okay,
playing. Got them on right
okay.
now.
Okay, no, all right. Well, see, now you're gonna make me go to your site and give me some slides.
Come on with it now.
Okay. So yeah, like, all right. So when you decided that you wanted to launch out and do all of this, was it just you with it in mind, or did you have like a team of people that you was working with? How did
Um,
you? What
it was
was your process? That if somebody wanted to go into trying to do the same thing, or just trying to start a brand, launch a brand, period, what would you tell them that they would need to do?
um, I would say when I first started off, it was just me. I had my ex girlfriend, the girl I was with at the time. She did help me. She had she has a business. She's been running for about 3 years, so she helped me with just getting my feet wet. She helped me find a person that was doing my printing for my shirts because she had done business with them previously. So um, I had her at the beginning. She was really helpful. I learned a lot from her. Despite us not working out, I'm definitely grateful for the time we had because I learned a lot from her. But moving forward, anybody that wants to drop, I would just say research. And I tell that to anybody like research, 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 because everything is out here on the internet and it's really gonna be your best friend. I researched probably over 200 hours of stuff like before I decided that I was gonna launch my things because I wanted to launch and I wanted to go. I ain't want to launch and then be like he half-assing it or he ain't ready for this. So
Hmm.
when I
Mhm.
launched, I was like, I'm standing on it
And going with it.
and I'm going with it. So I would just say research. Honestly, that's what I tell anybody that reaches out to me. Research because it's the day and age we live in.
Okay, so how if somebody wants to get branded,
Mhm.
do they have to go through like um the whole copyright process and trademark process in
Well,
order
see,
to
that's
do that?
different. That's what I'm working on. I'm a sole proprietor. I didn't go the LLC route
Okay.
because I don't feel like LLC. It's part of research though. That's what I learned in my research. LLC. I didn't need an LLC for clothing because ain't nobody gonna sue me for a hole in their shirt or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I did the research. I don't own a house, so I don't have. You know what I'm saying? I don't have. So if you sue me, you ain't getting nothing because I ain't no LLC. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but trademark and copyright, and then just like with an LLC, like I could have an LLC here in North Carolina, but then somebody in South Carolina could go right down there and have Hi IQ Clothing in South
And do
Carolina.
the
Mhm.
You
same
know,
thing. Hmm.
so the trademark and the I'm working on that. The trademark and the copyright, I'm working on that. It ain't cheap, but it's worth
Yeah.
it though. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it investing in yourself. And if you want to do that route, I suggest going that route. I would do that over LLC, honestly. I just did sole proprietorship, man. So I am registered, I am legal, but I do want to copyright and trademark my logo.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I had actually started looking into the process of trying to trademark and copyright
Mm-hmm.
my husband's his brand that he's trying to
Right.
start. So I was looking into that, and then you right, it ain't cheap. That is not a cheap
I'm
thing.
telling you.
Mm-mm.
And it is a process. It don't take that long, like once you actually get it started, but it is a process.
Right.
And the legal stuff behind it is
Hmm.
what's costly. So yeah.
Yeah, because I called
Um,
you here in town. And I was like, I was asking about it, and they was like, "Yeah, we could do a consultation for 350." I'm like,
right.
50. I was like, "Yeah, nah, never mind.
Right. Yeah.
I'll figure it out."
Yeah, it's a
Right.
lot of people that do it and they do it a lot cheaper.
Hmm.
Because I really researched it and I was like, okay, so this is
Hmm.
the package deal and this is what you gotta do. This is the law forms that are happening. And actually it's a good, really good Married and Winch is the one that I looked up. And they're pretty good. They're pretty decent. So
Yep.
you know, I was like, all right. So yeah, like when you actually are you gonna launch um like are you gonna do a store?
Oh, I want to do a store, but I ain't gonna say too much on that because I got an idea in my head, and I
Okay.
don't want nobody to take it. But a
Okay.
store, I was interested in a storefront at the beginning, but
Mm-hmm.
the way things are moving and the way the future is, I would rather just have my stuff in different stores
Right.
instead of just having like one just store full of high food.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have it spread out in
Okay.
different stores. But
Okay.
I got a little something I'm working on.
Okay, well go ahead. Hey, I look forward to seeing you in somebody's like even if it start out as Target, you in
Right,
the
right,
store. You know what I mean?
right.
So I look forward to seeing it. And I do know that one of the stores that I know that would take your brand is even though they're local, well, they're not always local because the City Trends is everywhere.
Hmm.
Right.
Get in touch with them.
For real.
Yeah, literally, I'm telling you, get in
That's who
touch
I
with
was
them.
researching.
Yeah, get in touch with them and
Okay.
let them know what you got going on and make a proposal. Make a
Okay.
proposal. So
Okay. I
so
definitely.
trust me, if I when I tell people to do stuff, it normally work out. So I'm telling you, get in touch with them and make a proposal and just make sure that you have the quantity or
Mhm.
that you can be able to present if they
Right.
call you when they call you in to see you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's just like but get in there and get it popping. I know City Trends to get you and then what's the other one too that sells clothes like yours that I know that people would just go in there and grab it. Route 21.
Mhm.
Them. So get in touch with those people and get yourself out there. I'm
Right.
sure I know you got a business plan written up
Yeah.
somewhere. So
Mhm.
get that and get your proposal set up and go over there and talk to them folks and go ahead and get put in the store.
So fat. I need to do that. You're right. I'm
Right.
doing
I'm
it.
telling
I got some homework for the night. You done gave me some
yes
homework.
you do. I'm
And they'll
telling
give
you.
you they'll give you the number to their district manager because I
Hmm.
have a t-shirt line
Okay.
and I went and contacted City Trends. So I have yet to call them, but I did get the number.
Okay.
So
See,
Okay.
well,
yeah.
that
Baby steps.
that
Baby
right there is
steps.
for the both of you guys tonight. Both of y'all got homework. Yep. So that means the next time I talk to Quentin, I expect to hear I went over there and I did it. Yeah,
Right.
I'll be like, okay, all right, that's all I want to hear. You went
I
over
got
there
you.
and you did it.
I got you.
So
Mhm.
yes, I'm super excited for you. You know what I mean? I
Appreciate
like I said, go ahead and step out and launch yourself into the deep because
it.
most of the time when you launch yourself into the deep, you're gonna catch up.
Right.
That's
That's a
right.
So
fact.
that's the thing. You ain't gonna come back empty-handed
Right.
when you launch
Right.
yourself
So
out in the
true.
deep. So where, trust me, your yes is sitting in somebody's mouth right now. I can
That's
promise you
right.
that.
That's real.
And so that I'm telling you to go ahead and launch yourself out there and do that. But hit them two stores first,
Okay.
Mhm.
and then work on Ross and Gates.
Yep. You're right.
So you got like all the what they
Hmm.
call the little stores. Them
Mhm.
little
Everybody
stores
be in it.
are everywhere.
Yep.
That's
You know what I
true.
Everybody
mean?
be in it.
Right.
Hmm.
So when they start calling you and say, "Hey, look, we need like 3,500 of your t-shirts to go to all our locations." Bam, there you go.
Right.
That's it.
You
Hmm.
just hit the clockwork. That's
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Hell
So
yeah.
What's the best way to see your lines?
Um, I feel like I feel like Instagram, Facebook and Instagram, probably my personal Facebook page. I try to get better with posting on the business page, but I feel like Facebook don't really do it no justice on the business pages. But Facebook, Instagram, they both Hi IQ Clothing.
Okay.
My personal page is Qlo Pearson on Facebook. But anything I post on my page, I put it out to all social media. I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
Hi IQ 910. So if I post something on one platform, I'm posting it
On all
everywhere.
of them.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're gonna see it. I post on Snapchat every day. So
Okay. So what I do, you guys, I know for a fact that I am connected to him. So whatever like photos of his t-shirts and stuff like that, I can probably send them to you from when if he launched something where I can see it and I can send it over to you guys if you guys can get onto his pages. But when I tell you, if y'all looked at the flyer, y'all saw what he had on in the flyer. Now, I'm not an avid, like person that wears like the whole outfit or something, but I would get that whole outfit for my nephews and my husband. So that's what I'm telling y'all. If y'all go up there and look at what he had on, yeah, I like the whole little set. Like I said, I was waiting on the sneakers. So that right there.
I did launch my website a few weeks ago. I'm not currently taking orders through it. I'm still working on some things. But it is hiiqclothing.com.
Okay.
I got some stuff on there you can go check out. I'm just not accepting orders through it right now.
Okay, so how are you accepting orders right now? Just through the
Facebook, Instagram,
okay,
or anywhere in person. However you get up with me, I'll take your order. But it's usually Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Yep. I'm telling you guys. Well, y'all see if y'all look at the picture behind his head, that's part of over there. That's part of his logo, and it's also on his shirt that he has on right now. And it's on your hat too, right? Yep. And it's on his hat, and he showed y'all the slides. I'm gonna cop me a pair of them slides though. Yeah. So yeah, I got to get me some slides so I can walk around and wear them. I promise you, when I wear something, I show it. So yes, I will blow it up on my social media and be like, "This is my high Q item, y'all." So yeah, I'm very excited to see where you are gonna go, with the line because, like I said, your line for you to just have started, it looks already so well put together.
Right.
That's the good thing about it. So when you get in front of these other people, they're not going to see that you're starting out. Like to them, it's not going to look like you're starting out small because you got it so well put together right now, and that's a good thing.
Right.
Especially when you get ready to go in front of these corps, they're like, "Oh, okay, I see." And when you walk in with your stuff on,
Right.
you know, so they can see. Right, walk from head to toe, dressed down
I was telling
to the
somebody the other
feet.
day, I'm like, I don't understand how these dudes be having brands. And
Right, and now where they
stuff.
stuff.
They never got their clothes. I don't even buy clothes no more. For real.
Right, like you
I don't
got
even buy clothes no more.
you got your own stuff, so why not wear it?
Right.
I don't buy clothes no more.
I mean now you need to come up with some jackets, some coats.
It's coming. It's coming.
Like
Wintertime, I got the
said,
puffer jacket. I'm got the puffer jackets coming.
look, I'm waiting on
Awesome.
it. I'm waiting on
I'm
it.
do all that.
Wintertime coming too.
Yes.
Gloves. I'm gonna do some gloves. You take the fingers off so you can roll up.
Work it out. I like them. Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, so you got some stuff I'm gonna have to add to my little repertoire. So I'm so happy about it. But I'm excited about it. I like to see people really moving towards doing what they got to do. The stuff that you got coming, people that have started brands just like you haven't even got that far.
Right.
I mean, they ain't even got as far as what I see you with right now.
Right.
And I mean, I've known people that actually started trying to do what you're doing now years ago, and it still ain't got that far. They ain't made it past the t-shirts yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to have yourself that well put together, that is good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, he said, look, hold on. I think I'm about to take it that way.
Free advertisement all the time.
That's advertising all the time because somebody gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, where did you get that? Oh, it's mine."
I see it all the time. Like even if they don't say nothing, I see people like looking like, all the time. Like they might not say nothing, but I be wearing my stuff all the time. People like that shirt is so cool. Where you get it from? Just give them a business card. There you go. It's
there
me.
you
Check
go.
me out.
That's what I'm talking about. You got any questions, Q?
Was your journey hard?
It was hard. I feel like people see this and then, like y'all just said, like how I just started in August, and they see this and they like, he ain't had no struggles, and you know what I'm saying. This has been all peachy. And nah, it's been nice. It's been times where I done got product I thought was gonna move, and
And
it
to
ain't
sit
moved as
there.
fast as I wanted to. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, stuff is not moving how I want it to right now, but I'm gonna keep
Hmm.
pushing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm gonna
it.
That's it.
keep
That's
getting more
it.
stuff. I got pop-ups coming up, so I have inventory for my pop-ups.
Okay,
Hmm.
well, make sure you send us the info on your pop up so we can average, we can share it
Mm-hmm.
with everybody that we know, so
Okay.
that they can come out and visit you where you're going to be, especially if it's here for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then if you're going somewhere else, like like another state, still
Mm-hmm.
let me know because we know a lot of people.
Right. Right.
So if you going to another state, let me know so we can still post it, and I will hit everybody up if in the state that you're going to that I know and be like, look, y'all need to go to this pop up and check them
Right.
out.
Right.
So
Yeah, the
Now,
next one
have
in
you?
Greensboro. What you
okay.
got?
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Have you tried to advertise at like flea markets and stuff like that?
Um, I have not, but I've looked into I'm gonna be moving to Raleigh pretty soon,
Hmm.
and I looked into the flea market up there that they
Mm-hmm.
do, and I think when I move up there, I think I'm gonna just be a permanent vendor on the weekends.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
And I think
That's
you
what
got to
I
be
was
out.
getting ready to
Oh,
say.
yeah, I think you got to be out there for I think it's like 46 weekends out the year or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
do nothing on the week. I don't do nothing period, so I don't mind going out there and sitting out there doing
Right.
Right.
stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sell
So
your stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
And also, when people are having events around here, if they got vendor slots, take it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Always,
Take
yeah.
it up and have some of your stuff out there. Like I know we're still working to try to put my event together. And I will definitely keep you posted when I do my Curvy Girl Gala.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like for you to have a table to come
Okay,
out there and bring your stuff so people can see it and buy it.
I'm with it.
So that would be awesome for me.
I'm with it.
That way
Definite.
people can see what you do. You know what
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I can be like, look, I got items. Y'all need to get items.
Right.
I know
So
that's right.
y'all need to get items. But
Right.
yeah, work the vendor spots. And if you got and I'll also send you the info for some networking event things that I go
Mm-hmm.
to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And get your name out there with the
Yeah.
networking people. I mean, because you'll be surprised.
So I'm
They'll
telling
have something going on and they'll call you and be like, hey, we got people over here that's doing
Hmm.
a
you.
networking thing. Bring some of your stuff
Mhm.
with you, and you'll be surprised. They'll buy you out at the networking event.
Right.
Mhm.
So
That's how it was like that. I went to a pop up in Greensboro like last month or a month or two ago,
mhm,
and I got so much love up there from the people in Greensboro. And it's like now, like you said, it's network. I got a whole little business
right,
family up there. You know what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
they have
right.
events up there. They sending me the info and they sending me pictures of people around Greensboro wearing my stuff, and I'm like, damn.
Yes.
Right. That's
So
what
now
I'm
I
Yes.
got a
talking
little
about.
market up there, and I think that's so cool. Like it just
That's what I'm
from one
talking
event, just
about.
networking. You know what I'm saying? I'm
That's
like,
that's all it takes. That's
That's
all it
it.
takes.
that's
Get
so
up
dope.
there and sell yourself. Like I have a friend of mine who lives in Charlotte, and I'm gonna send her your link to your stuff,
Okay.
so that she can let some people know about you too, because they always looking for somebody who got like a fresh hot brand that they
Mm-hmm.
could go out and wear because they do a lot of like social media stuff. They're like a
Mm-hmm.
big YouTuber and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the people she know can rock your stuff while they doing their YouTube videos
Right.
and be
Hmm.
like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I got this from High IQ clothing," and
Mm-hmm.
and look, and they showing it off like, "Look, I got it
Right.
in all colors,"
Yeah.
Right.
or something like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that I think that would be like really really awesome
Yeah,
for
most
you.
definitely.
So I'm gonna make sure that I link you up with some folks that I know too. That I mean, if you do the triangle area as we call it, which is
Mm-hmm.
Greensboro, Charlotte, and Duke, and Durham, and Raleigh, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you good to go.
You in
Yeah.
there?
Hmm.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, somebody gonna go tell it, and then I mean, that Charlotte right there on the cusp of ATL, so get
Mm-hmm.
you launched on over there too.
Yep.
That's
They
right.
always looking for something
Always.
new and different. So
Yep.
yeah, I mean, like I said, just do the networking thing is really what's gonna get you out there.
Mm-hmm.
So and word of mouth will take you far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definite.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, to me, just looking from what you see now, you do not look like you just got started.
Right.
So,
Appreciate
you
that.
know, I mean, bigums to you
I
for
appreciate
that. I mean, that in itself says a whole lot.
it. Yeah.
So, I mean, that it just about your work ethic, doing what you got to do,
Definite.
that says a lot. Because
Right.
I
I
mean,
treat
like,
it, and I was telling somebody the other day, like I treat this like a sport. Like I'm trying to be the best. Like I wake up
That's
every day
it.
figuring out what I could do next. Like I wake up, like I work from 7:30 to 6. I wake up
okay,
like 5, like I wake up like 4, 5 in the morning and work for myself before I go work for them folks. You know what I'm saying? I get
Right.
right,
off work, I'm coming
Right.
home before I take a shower and all that. I'm working for myself
I
before.
that's
know that's
right,
You know
right.
what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
Ain't no way I'm going to work for the white man all that all day and I ain't
Hey,
putting
getting
in
that
miles for
right,
myself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way.
Mhm.
right.
So I just treat it like a sport. I try to get better every day, and I look at it as I'm my only competition. Like I don't
That's
even look
That's
at
it.
it.
what's got
That's
going on.
it. You the only person
I'm just
standing
trying to
in
do
your
it.
way.
Right. I'm just trying to elevate what I'm doing.
That's it.
So, so does it take like being that you already have the products that you got now? Does it take a lot to launch a new product?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it does. I just feel like you gotta keep it creative because you can't get repetitive. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and
Mm-mm.
over. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That's why I switched the colors up and the logos. I try to whether it just be because now I'm doing it like with this, the lettering is pink instead of black. Just a
Okay,
little, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying, just something subtle, just a little something different. Keep
right.
it so I don't feel like it's hard. You just got to be creative and
That's
keep.
true.
So when it comes down, like you said, you got the gloves coming, the jackets are coming. When it comes down to adding on a new like piece of clothing,
Mhm.
does it take a lot to get that item started after since you already got your foot in the door? Does it take a lot to get like the new items added on to what you are doing?
Oh, it can. Like if I already got an order, like if I already got an order in progress or something like that, then
Hmm.
it can like adding sizes or something like that, getting the right size or
Mhm.
figuring out how it's gonna fit certain different products, you know, different shirts,
Hmm.
different ways, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So just figuring out stuff like that is kind of hard, but I'll say that's just part of it though. It comes with it.
Okay.
Right.
And when it came down to your t-shirts, did you stuck with the same person that was already printing you out, right?
I've been with the same person the whole time. Yeah,
Okay.
I,
So
I just recently switched, but I'm still gonna be using that same person. But it's
Mhm.
always business, you know. I ain't never personal. It's always business. So
right. Okay. So besides the trademarking deal, you already got yourself established there. What if you could tell anybody the steps to take on the journey, even when it came down to like anything that was negative that was trying to impact your journey to get you where you are now,
uh,
what would you say to them to pretty much motivate them to tell them not to stop or not to give up and to keep going?
just keep pushing,
That's
keep pushing, and believe in yourself. Whether your post getting 0 likes, 100 likes, or
Mhm.
whatever, keep pushing. Somebody gonna see it, and you gotta believe in yourself because if you don't believe in yourself, then you can't sell it to nobody else. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Right.
People see that through your brand, like people see that, and that's something I had to realize. Like even though something don't go on your way, you gotta make it look good. You gotta make the best out of it. Like I got a shipment of t-shirts, and the whole shipment was wrong. Like I was supposed to have like 3 different color t-shirts, and it was all one
Wow.
color, and I was hurt. Like I was hurt, but I was like, okay, it's October. The shirts was pink. I'm gonna turn it into a breast cancer awareness shirt. You know
Okay.
what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So you got to just make the best out of your situation
That's
Right.
right.
and keep moving.
Right.
So,
And that was a creative move to say,
mhm.
Mhm.
okay, yeah, but they all came out pink. This what it's supposed to be. But we gonna
Right,
make it work
right,
today.
right.
Right.
So yeah, that was good. How did that go when you turned it into?
It went good. I felt like, but see, at first I was showing that I was hurt by all my, you know what I'm saying? And somebody had let me know like whatever you got going on, you can't let the
Let
people
it
know that. You
show.
got to have confidence in your stuff because if you don't, then they not. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right.
I was like, okay, and that kind of just stuck with me. So ever since then, that's how I turned that negative to a positive right there. And then ever since then, I just kept rolling with it.
And
Okay.
that's so important because a lot of people don't understand when you're a business person, people are following you even if they're not
Mhm.
saying anything and they're watching your page. So if it's negative energy coming off, they're like, I don't want to do business with
Right,
that
right,
person
right,
because he can't handle stress. So
right.
if I have an issue, the customer service is not going to be good. I'm not going to
Mhm.
be able to talk to him. No, I just can't do business with him.
Right.
So I
Right.
tell anybody going into business, clean up your social media sites first,
Mm-hmm.
or start a new site and then
Mm-hmm.
start putting your
Right.
your product on your page,
Mm-hmm.
because it's so important for you
Right.
to maintain
That's a
an
fact.
image, a
That's what I
positive
was. That's
image,
a fact.
Right.
and
That's what I
because
was
you
just telling
you
somebody.
become a role model
Right.
to a lot of
People
people.
looking, whether you want them to or not. That's what
Mhm.
I
Right.
was telling somebody the other day. Like, they wanted me to go downtown and have drinks. I said, man, I ain't going. If I'm gonna have some drinks, it's gonna be right here because I ain't got time to
Eh,
go nowhere and
that's
be
it.
sloppy
Mhm.
and do something ignorant and somebody see
Right.
me. And that's a dude that got high IQ. I ain't, like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
Right. And
I'm very mindful of things like that. Like even what I post on Facebook, I used to be a wild boy on Facebook. You
mhm.
know,
And when I seen your
think about
brand,
it.
I said, I said, this is nice, but everybody don't have a high IQ.
Yes,
Right.
she did. When I showed her your logo, right, she was like, everybody don't have a high IQ. She was
I
like,
said,
actually, right now, some people are walking around in stupidity, and I was just like, you know what?
I'm like, they walk around like the like.
For real. For real.
So that was my first response. I'm like, "Oh, but this is a nice logo.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
It's
is.
so
Right.
nice."
I was like,
That's a fact though.
I said that was catchy though, like high
Right,
IQ, and then the logo really catches it, makes it
right.
Mhm.
like extra catchy. You like, oh yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, like I said, for me, I'm so that I know if it's not easy to sell me. So yeah, but it's if I'm it's like for me, I'm gonna get you in touch with some folks that I know, and
Mhm.
and we gonna make some things happen. So yeah, I'm super excited to really see where you are gonna go. I do know for a fact. Always, if you move to a bigger place, you always have a better what's the word that I'm looking for? You can always have a better reach when
Mhm.
you're
Mhm.
in a bigger city.
Mhm.
So I do believe that Raleigh is going to be a really good move for you
Mhm.
because it's bigger than here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Raleigh has like so many different venue places, not just
Mhm.
their flea market, but they got all of the places that are in the mall.
Right.
Um, that even if you decided to go in there and get you one of them little kiosks in the middle and put
Mhm.
high IQ right there in the middle when they coming in, I
Right.
mean, even that will get you far. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you got so many ideas, and I could throw them out like 100 times, going
Yeah.
100 miles, but there's so much that you can do. Like I said, I'm just excited to see where you're gonna go.
I
I
appreciate
really,
it.
really am. So,
I appreciate
I
it.
mean, are you going? Your goal is to be full-time entrepreneur, correct?
That's
Okay.
correct.
So, are you giving yourself a timeline for that, or are you just going with the flow right now?
I'm just going with the flow. I was putting the timeline on at the beginning, but then I realized it'll come when it's supposed to. I'm just putting in the work and I'm planting the
That's
seeds
it.
and it'll grow. It'll be what's supposed to be one day.
That's
Can't rush the
it.
Okay.
process. Gotta trust the process.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's right.
I
That's
like
right.
that.
It's right. I'm saying, I mean, you like one of the first people that we have ever had a conversation with, that's doing what you're doing, that
Mhm.
hasn't tried to rush
Right.
the process.
I
Because
was at first because like when my job called me to come back, I was like, I don't know. It was doing everything was doing so well with the clothes. I'm like, it'd be easy for me to just sell these clothes, but now I got thinking like it might not be doing well all the time. You know what I'm saying? Money not might not be so fast all the time. So
right,
Mhm.
I'll go back to work and like I said, I'm just planting the seeds and it'll grow when it's
That's
yeah,
supposed
it.
to be.
right. I mean, that's what you do. You plant it, somebody come along, water it, and the other person
Mhm.
nurture it. So
Right.
that's how it go.
Yep.
I mean, um, now when you said that you wanted to do mentorship programs,
hmm
correct?
hmm
Now, are you already headed in that direction? Is that something that you're waiting on, or is that something that you're already like in the beginnings of starting?
it's just a plan right now, but ultimately what I want to do, my ultimate goal with it is I want to take a senior from high school that wants to do like clothing and just like mentor them for like a year, like give them
To show them
access
how to
to
do it.
everything I got access to, like the people who do my printing, the vendors, you know what I'm saying? Just show them the ropes for like a
Okay.
year to 18 months or something like that, and just help them get launched, help
So
them get
more
their
of
Okay.
an apprentice.
yeah, something like that,
Mhm.
something
Okay.
like that.
Okay. All right. So,
Awesome.
and then it was something else that you said you wanted to do too. besides the mentorship program in the beginning.
Oh,
Um, we done talked about so much. In a little bit of time. Um, I have a question. Have you thought about starting a foundation?
mm-mm, I have not.
Look into that.
More homework. I got
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you.
Look,
Okay,
look
well, I
at
appreciate it. I appreciate everything you're telling
Mhm.
me for real.
yeah, look into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying that for a reason
Okay.
because where you're trying to go,
Mm-hmm.
if you start a foundation that's geared towards helping the youth
Mm-hmm.
become entrepreneurs, that in itself will get you far.
Right.
It's not a lot of people that really take a hold to do a lot of things for the youth,
Mm-hmm.
especially something like that. I mean, you have them, yeah, I want to mentor you. They mentor them to try to keep them out, like out of the street. But
Mhm.
to take a youth to mentor them to say, look, I want to give you something positive to do, and
Mm-hmm.
this something positive can set you up for the rest of your life. That's a
Mhm.
Right.
whole nother,
Right.
a whole nother
Mm-hmm.
level of just me wanting to mentor you. Let's sit down and you tell me what you're trying to do, even if it's not what you're doing right now.
Right.
And if you're able just to help them say, well, yeah, okay, this is what you want to do. Now that you're done with high school, this is the steps that you need to take, and just go from there. But yeah,
Mhm.
look
Right.
look into what it will take for you to start a foundation.
I'm definitely on it.
I like that.
I'm definitely on it.
Mhm.
And that goes for the one over here in the right hand corner at the top too. I hope she listening. I hope she listening too. So yeah.
I'm listening
Yeah.
because that gives you work too.
What I always got work. Y'all don't let me be. So it's all right.
So I am definitely listening. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
look into to getting some foundations started and seeing what it will take um to be able to do that, because I believe that what both of you guys are working on is very important.
Mhm.
Because
I'm on it.
I'm looking into some foundations and stuff myself, due to what I've dealt with medical wise. So that's the foundation that I want to start to help people who have the illness that I have. So at the end of the day, I believe we all got big places to go,
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
and they ain't right here. You know
That's
what I
right.
Right.
mean? So
A
we got
fact.
big
Yeah.
places to go, and that's the thing. I believe it's really important that you have to see yourself at a halfway mark of where you're trying to go.
That's
Even though
Mm-hmm.
right.
you literally may not be at that halfway mark yet, I feel like you need to see yourself there, because if you feel like you are already halfway there, you'll take the necessary steps to keep going.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
You know,
Agree.
I think that too often, too what's the words that I'm trying to use? I think that too often people just see themselves in the beginning stage of a thing,
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
and because that beginning stage ain't going the way they want them to go, they stop.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't pick it back up and keep going. When
Right.
Right.
they stop
Yeah.
completely.
Mhm.
You get discouraged. That's why I was saying like you can't give up because it's so easy just to when it ain't going well. It's just so easy to just give up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
but that ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right. You was already at that point before you got started. So why would you go
Mhm.
backwards?
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
like that's where my mindset be. Like I
Right.
was already at the point where I stopped.
Right.
So now I don't want to stop anymore. I want to keep going.
Right.
What do I need to do differently in
Right.
order to go forward? And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think that people, when they sit down, I also believe that it's always a great idea to have the right support system.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Because if you don't
important.
have the right support system, again, you will revert and go backwards. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So at the end of the day, I feel like if you have the right people around you encouraging you to say, look, you already tried that, it didn't work. Won't you
Mhm.
try this? Or you already did that. Okay, it got you here. Why don't you add this on and see what happens? Like, you
Right.
know
Right.
what I mean? They're
Mm-hmm.
always they're always pushing you to that next point to say, look, it stop looking at it with your natural eyes for a second
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and see yourself already like in the future
That's
Right.
of
it.
where you can actually go. And that's what you have to do, because if you look at where you are right now, you'll always stop,
Mhm.
That's a
you
fact.
know,
That's
right?
why it's good to
So
have positive people around you.
right. And I don't like the negative Nancy's, as I
Yeah,
call
I'm
them.
Oh
telling you.
You know
no.
that
I'm
I don't
telling you.
like that. My whole thing is it's already enough negativity in the world. We don't need to add to it. And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, just us as a culture,
Mhm.
um, it's not enough of that, because when you see somebody else doing something, you want to get mad because they did it before you.
Right,
Right.
You
right.
know what I mean? And that's not even the case. If
Mhm.
you had the opportunity to do it, you need to be kicking yourself because you never did
Mhm.
anything with it.
Right.
That's
You know what
right.
I mean? Instead of getting mad at them, congratulate them.
Yeah, like I
Because
have
while
people
you're
ask me like why I share other people's clothing and stuff. I'm like, what? They're like, why you sharing? That's your
right,
competition. First of all, like I told you, I'm my only competition.
Right.
right,
Everybody, there's a room out here for everybody to eat, bro.
That's
Why
right.
would
right,
I not share this man's stuff? I want somebody to share my stuff. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
right.
So it's just and like you said, it's a culture. It's in our culture, and I hate to say it, but that's where we at now.
That
Because
you
you
right.
know,
Because
just
that's
like this
why
dude
we
the other
are.
day went back. Like this dude was like, "Yo, you say 28, but the shirt 30." I'm like, "Yeah, it's taxes." He said, I never heard of taxes when I support black business." I said, "So we as
Wow.
black people, we just supposed to say forget the taxes. You supposed to
Right,
pay the white people though." He said,
right,
I'm just saying too, bro. I'm just saying, like, you ain't got no problem going in them people start paying taxes. But when it
Yes.
come to
right.
me, you gonna question it. Like, so I'm just not supposed to get taxed because I'm a black business. Like, come on, bro.
Look, come on now.
That's crazy to me, boy. And I
Right.
was like, that's exactly why we in the position we in now.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to sit back and be like, what is that? Like, how you go? First of all, how you even go come and be like that?
Over my
Right.
Um,
prices.
right. Like, and then, but it's the thing. Like I said, the one thing that I pray that our culture decide to fix is that,
Mm-hmm.
that right there, that mentality is what's stopping us
Okay.
from doing what really needs to be done. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, uh, okay, Terry said this is the same culture that was born from slave. Right, right.
Yep.
I mean, it needs to stop though. Like for real, for
Mhm.
real. I mean, there's no need of tearing each other down when we could be building each other up.
Oh, you're right.
Especially if you have a strong suit in one area that
Mm-hmm.
I do not, you could
Right.
tell me how to build myself up in this area. You
Right.
know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Because you've already done that. You've mastered it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? If I got a strong suit somewhere and you don't have that, I can help you
Right.
master this area. And that's what we need to do. We need to learn how to do the takeaways from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot
And
of times just be ego in a way. It just be
oh
ego,
yeah,
ego. Like
yeah,
I have no problem learning from anybody or anything like that, and I just feel like a lot of people like it just be their ego. I don't like you. They want to be the first, so they want to be the best, and I mean I want to be the best too, but I'm gonna help my people along the way. You know what I'm saying?
that's it.
But
So
they don't realize when you step on people to get to where you're going,
It
you're
don't
not
last.
gonna stay there long.
right,
Yeah,
that's a fact.
So and even when it comes to quitting, the only failure is quitting. And you're
Right.
failing on yourself, not anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so important for us to keep moving and stay
Mm-hmm.
right.
motivated. We got to be able to motivate ourselves.
Right. That's what
Look,
A
I had to
lot of
learn.
times we don't. We don't
Right.
know how because of society
Right.
or the way we were raised
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it is, we become a byproduct of our environment instead
hmm
of saying, okay, I need to get some tunnel vision and
Mm-hmm.
stay on the path so that I can become successful and help somebody else
Right.
to become successful.
And since I
hmm
made that little change that you just said right there, like I've seen it
Right,
like the change in my business. Like I seen
right.
business start doing better because I was down and depressed and you know what I'm saying, sad and all this. And I look at stuff as like smart, like even waking up in the morning when my alarm go off, I just hop up instead of sitting there for 5 minutes. I don't want
That's
to get up.
it.
Just get up. That's a small
That's
victory
it.
right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right.
Like I done got up out the bed. So
Yes.
just little stuff like that. That's how you got to look at it. Like you said, you got to be positive. You got to be able to motivate yourself. Man.
That's it.
Mhm.
I agree
And
with that
then,
thousand
I
percent.
mean, just what you just said just a minute ago, that in itself speaks
Right.
volumes.
Yes.
You was like, look, I was able to wake up and get out my bed this morning. That's a small victory.
Right.
And a
Mhm.
lot of people don't look at that. To
Right.
you, that's a small victory. So I
Mhm.
know that what you have right now, you consider that to be a small victory too.
Exactly.
That means that in itself, when the Lord say, okay, I was able to trust you with little, now I'm finna bless you with much.
Mhm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? That you'll be able to handle that thing and
Mm-hmm.
you won't misuse it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that's where a lot of people, I don't know who this person is in the chat.
I don't either. Who is the Pirates of Shanglu? Do you know them?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's what they're saying. Um, but anyway,
Sound crazy.
um, yeah. So yeah, because what they say, I caught it out the side of my eye, and it just threw me off. But yeah,
What's your
so
Facebook page?
Ma,
Yes.
Q-Lo Pearson.
you
Q-Lo and
mean it's personal or the clothing page?
Chulo with a dash, the personal.
Okay,
yeah, Q-Lo with a dash, then Pearson.
okay. T, are you talking about his personal page or are you talking about the clothing page?
He said he posts on his personal page the majority of the time.
Okay, okay. All right, so it's everywhere now. She put it in the chat, so it dealt with everywhere. Um, but yeah, I feel like it's really, really important that we do that. At the end of the day, just that part in itself really does show how humble you are
Mm-hmm.
about where you are, what you have, what
Right.
you've already done, and you still been able to remain humble about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it may not be where you want it to be right now, you can still give yourself a pat on the back to say,
Right.
I did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I actually did it. Just the stepping out to do it.
Right.
That's what makes it. That's
If I
what does
never
it
sold another
first.
item, I would be happy with what I did. Like honestly, like, I
That's
can say that. Like if I was to walk away from it today, like I would be happy with what I did in this short time. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
right,
you already have the mentality of success. Success
Mhm.
leaves clues. So
Right.
you left your clothing line, you left your logo, you left the legacy. Now
Mm-hmm.
those after you
right,
can come up and say, okay, I'm gonna be creative with this also. He left
Right.
it to me, so I can move it forward.
Right.
He may not have been able to get to where
Mm-hmm.
he wanted
right,
to, but I can make this even
Right.
bigger and
Mm-hmm.
leave make his name great even afterwards. So
Right.
right.
leaving that legacy is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Very, yeah. And I, and
The a person said his name is Lou Hammer on Facebook. Anybody know Lou Hammer?
no,
Nope.
it says now I know why nobody y'all
It,
blocking everyone like good little freedom hating Nazis.
okay, Mr. Lou,
Okay,
we don't really know what you're talking about, but if you have a question for Mr. Quintin, you can definitely ask it. We're not understanding what you're talking about. We're not trying to block you. Um, the audience
I,
is awesome, but we don't
yeah.
understand you. Sorry. Um,
I didn't block anybody, so I
yeah,
don't know.
me either.
I guess they blocked themselves. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, and see this is the reason why I stay prayed up for the saints to see
Yes.
that folks.
I
You
like
see
the
that
sage over here. I can like the sage now. Look, sage
because
going on.
folks be waiting on reactions that they ain't about to get. That's what it is. But it is a okay.
Right.
Let me
But
like this sage and cleanse some energy up in here.
He's doing
Okay.
it for real.
I'm gonna cleanse some of this negative energy
Ooh, Jesus.
Ah!
up in these
All right.
comments.
Hallelujah, Lord. Don't make me go into prayer right now.
Look,
Um,
look, look, run it on down, honey, run it
right.
on down.
Run it
We
on down.
ain't even ready. Look,
Mm-mm.
anyway, so and it's coming off of somebody's because they're that I on my end of things, I see that that's a YouTube comment, but I don't know whose YouTube page is coming from.
I shared my YouTube page, so it's a possibility. It may be coming from mine. I shared
It,
it on Twitter, LinkedIn.
but it
Um,
also could be coming from
it
mine
could be
or the
coming from yours
Trailblazers
or
page too.
Trailblazers, right?
So I don't know
But
which page they
we're
looking at.
not going to let that distract us. Let's get
Right.
some kind of in vision and stay focused.
Yes. Bless
Yes.
him.
So,
Bless him. Yes, and all the peoples.
yes.
Um, but yeah, so back to what I was saying.
Mhm.
Anyway, the main thing that I know that you need to get ready for, sir, is that yeah, the Lord is about to do something like big on your behalf. So prepare yourself for what's coming. And I promise you, like I said, because you're already in that humble state,
Mm-hmm.
he can trust you to do what he's getting ready to do. So, and like I said, and your connections in this season is very important.
Yes.
You know,
Eh,
be careful and be aware of who and what you connecting yourself to, so that if it's the wrong connection, you know how to exit stage left. And
Quick.
if it's the right connection, you sit around and you can nurture it for a while. And everybody, all connections ain't meant to be lifelong. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that are, you take it. Everything is a learning lesson, regardless
Right.
if it's seasonal or if it is
Mm-hmm.
lifelong. But even them seasonal people come and give you some real golden nuggets before they go.
Mhm.
Telling
That's
you.
You know
right.
what I mean?
I'm telling
So that right there in itself, I just really know that there's about to be a big move for you, and
Mhm.
I'm waiting to see the manifestation of what's about to go down, sir.
And
So
the fact that you're staying faithful and dedicated to yourself,
you. Right.
oh my God, that
right,
speaks volumes because I was just telling Coco, and a lot of times I move in silence besides Coco knowing what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing. Um, I was telling her it takes more to work for yourself than it does for anybody else. If
yeah,
you give a person 100%, you got to give yourself 120%
Mm-hmm.
because to get your own business going, it takes a lot.
Hell
So
yeah.
I get up every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to get
Mm-hmm.
my day started. And
Right.
I'm
right,
like, okay, I have to have my task in order. I have to reach out to somebody daily. It's so important. Whatever meeting you're going to have, you have
Mm-hmm.
to have all of that organized.
Right.
So it's like, okay, no, no, there's no sitting back. You do more and you're more tired after
For
your
real.
day is done than it is working for
Yep.
an employer.
I'm telling
yeah,
you.
yeah. Because I
So,
mean,
yeah.
Telling
when you work for yourself, one, you're pouring out
Mhm.
more than what you will pour out when you're working for another individual. And that's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? You
you.
gotta give of yourself when you're working for yourself. And even when you're working for somebody else, you give of yourself, but you don't give of yourself like you do when you're working on something that's yours.
That's right.
Right.
And
That's right.
that's the biggest thing, is the takeaway from that. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm-hmm.
you, I've been doing it a long time now. I'm literally working on like I think I've been pretty much like entrepreneur since like '07, '08. So I've been doing
That's
it for
what's up.
quite a while.
That's what's up.
Um,
Mhm.
and can I say that it's been an easy road? No, but it's been a road that has been well traveled. Let me
Mm-hmm.
put it that way. It hasn't been an easy road, but it's been well traveled. I mean, I really gained a lot of knowledge along the way,
Mm-hmm.
making a lot of the connections that I made. And the one thing about it is you always want to connect with people that
Mhm.
are already where you are, where you want to go.
Right.
Mhm.
That way when you connect with them, they can tell you, well, look, when you get at this stage, this is what's going to happen. When you
Mm-hmm.
get to this stage, this is what's going to happen. You
Right.
always financially, you always want to connect with people. They got their finances right.
That's right.
Because if they got their finances right, they could tell you what to go invest in so that your money will continue to make money for you.
Yep.
That's
And
right.
even if all of your money is not coming from your business, you can still have your money make money from you
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they'll tell you what to go and invest in order for that to take place for you.
Mhm.
Now, I will say this: once you hit a certain financial status, I will always tell you up front. I suggest you go get a financial advisor,
Mm-hmm.
because that financial advisor will keep you paid.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So once
Mm-hmm.
you hit a certain financial status, go get you a financial advisor because they're going to keep you paid.
That's right.
Um, and then always make sure you instill in yourself, if you don't already have them, wisdom principles. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Wisdom about your business, wisdom about your finances, wisdom about your home life. I mean, wisdom about everything that you got going on around you, your inner circle or your click circle, however you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Always check your circle because your circle could have a breach and you don't even know you got one.
That's
Right.
And at
right.
the end of the day, so you always keep that at a check. And the one thing too, um, that I will say is just like you said, and it's always my motto is that giving up is not an option.
That's
Right.
You
it.
know what I mean? So that's one of the big things you don't do. I don't care what it look like, what it seems like, what it feel like, what it smell like, none of that.
Right.
You
Mhm.
don't stop what you doing
That's right.
just because of what it looks like right now. Because
Mhm.
right now in this season, it may be looking like it's lagging, but this season that you about to walk into, it won't
Mm-hmm.
be no more lag.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta see yourself already doing these things.
That's it.
And multiple streams of revenue is a great place to be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So always look into being able to put, I mean, kind of stick to your lane, but being able to put yourself in a place where you can have multiple streams
Right.
of income.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, you said that you want to do your mentoring thing. Also, look into it. What's the word I'm looking for? Look into getting setting up like a course.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And getting people to say, okay, well, look, you know, I'll take a list of names this month of people who and I'll do like a raffle for the course. So
Mm-hmm.
many, the first however many people to sign up for my course get to take the course for free.
Right.
Mhm.
And everybody else pay for it. Because if you're good at what you do, then it's worth it.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't limit yourself. You don't limit yourself as far as what you can actually get out there and do. And I say that because I preach it to the choir. At the end of the day, I limited myself so much because I was doing everything, helping everybody else get started, and I forgot about what I wanted
Right.
to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, that's what you don't limit yourself. Do not put yourself in the box.
Mhm.
Allow your brain to be so expandable.
That's
Yep.
You know
it.
what I mean? That it's always
Right.
some
Mm-hmm.
fresh ideas coming to you.
I tell
So
that same.
if those are the nuggets that I'm gonna drop
Yes.
to you, you
I'm gonna
know what I
pick them
mean?
up.
Those are the nuggets that I will drop to you. But I mean, this is the perfect season for you to launch whatever you're gonna launch.
That's right.
And don't be afraid to do it.
That's a
That's right.
fact.
Don't be afraid to do it. Um, it's I mean, I really don't even know. I, I'm I'm proud of you, dude. Like
I
for
appreciate
real.
it. I
I'm
appreciate it. I
proud
really
of you.
do.
So
I really do.
Definite.
I mean, keep going. Don't
Really
look
appreciate
back. Look forward and just get tunnel vision.
it.
And
Yes.
Yes.
get
Yes.
tunnel vision about it. What
Yep.
you got, you?
I just thank you for coming on the show. I thank you for being dedicated to you. Um, I appreciate that because we need more men out there
Right.
stepping up. And the fact that you want to be a mentor and start coaching apprentices and all of that, doing internships and all of that, yes,
Right.
definitely go after your foundation is so important for you to do that in this season because we have a lot of young people that don't have a role model
Right.
Yeah,
or they're looking
Right.
up to the wrong role
Mhm.
model
that's it.
or mentor,
Right.
and they're ending up getting killed, being in the wrong place at the wrong time,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't even live.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, keep going. Don't give up. Stay encouraged. Just
Yeah.
keep going.
I mean,
That's
I think one of the biggest things that I believe a young man would
Mm-hmm.
be able to take away from you is the fact that you're a man's man.
yes.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
you're not one of those because you don't sound like you procrastinate. You know what
Right.
I mean? You don't sound like that's you. You know what I
Right.
mean? And at the end of the day, procrastination is one of the things that kills us.
Yes.
Um, I truly feel like the main thing that they could take away from you is really walking into the role of manhood.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Um,
right.
and going into the role of manhood the right and proper way.
Right.
You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So you come into the role of you now coming out of high school. Now you got to learn what it's going to be like to become an adult.
That's
You know what I
it.
Mhm.
mean? And the world is already waiting on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now the whole thing is, what are you finna get to the world?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
And I just
And
try to be myself. Like even when I was telling like earlier when I spoke on like being depressed and stuff, like I was open about all that. You know what I'm saying, on Facebook and stuff like that. And I had so many dudes like reach out to me like, man, I think it's so cool that you just open that you was up crying last night and you
Mhm.
did
right,
this and I just want you to know like you inspired me, bro. I'll start therapy next week and da 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 da.
Awesome.
And I'm like,
yes,
you feel me? Like I'm gonna do
awesome.
what I
Mhm.
gotta do. I'm a man. I'm emotional, bro. I'm a person just like everybody else. I got
That's
emotions,
right.
so I don't try to be hard. I don't try to be anything I'm not. And that's just me. I'm just me. I've always been this way. Like even my homeboys will tell you, like when out there all them was doing this, I stood over
Mhm.
here and kept doing me. Like they was
Mhm.
all doing their little hustling thing back in the day. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna keep playing sports, bro. I'm good. I ain't,
That's it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So
right,
that's just always been me, and that's what I've had a lot of people tell me they appreciate that about me, and
right.
so I'm gonna just
Right,
continue.
because you can still be that homie, you know
Right,
what I mean? And
mhm,
you ain't really gotta be a part of
right,
what's going on, but you can
right,
still be that homie. Like, look, this is what we do over here. This is
mhm,
my
Mhm.
homeboy. He ain't about that over there,
right.
but this is still my homie. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right to stand out. You set apart anyway, so that's the whole point.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Is that
That's it.
I mean, because I always used to feel like I was the eyeball out. You know
Mhm,
what I mean? And for a long time, I was not okay with that.
right,
But
Mhm.
then like as time go on and I got older, I'm cool with that because I
right.
sat back and I watched a lot of people do a lot of stuff, and I
Mhm.
was like, see, if I would have been part of the in crowd,
You
I'd
know,
be over there too.
That's
yeah.
And
right.
that ain't even me. So
Mhm.
like that just not. I've never been one of those that because somebody else doing something, I want to do it.
Right, right.
Never been my type of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I get it. I understand it. Cause like I said, you can be that homie that stands out and you can
Mhm.
be that homeboy that they can actually sit back and say, yo, our homie made it.
You know what
Yes.
I'm
You
saying?
know what I mean?
Yes.
He made it. Like, and that's what you want to see though. You
Yeah.
want people that to make it.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
I can be
Yep.
like, yo, like, look, Quintin did the thing, y'all. Like,
Right.
I could see somebody, and here we go again with this red carpet. I could see somebody like literally walking around with a blazer on, turn around, and turn to the
Got
back,
the
and your
high
logo
IQ
like
clothing.
right
Hey,
there, like
fire.
like
Yes.
for real. Turn around with the blazer on and the logo smack dab in the back,
That'll be
like
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. And
yeah,
all they doing is pointing and smiling and them taking
Right.
the picture. Yeah, I can see that. Like
yeah.
for real. Look,
That'll be
you'll be
hot.
surprised what I can see sometimes. People be like, look, but how do you because that's how my mind is. My
Right.
mind is so I go big.
Hmm.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And because my mind can't do this.
Right.
I can't do this right there. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, yo, let your brain expand like you got it on that photo behind your
It.
head. And, al- and
That's
always,
it.
always take it the collective and just let it. Okay. All
That's
right.
Mhm.
I
it.
got it. I'm writing it down. I got it. I got it.
Mhm.
Now that you gave it to me, I need you to show me how to implement it though.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? How
Mhm.
you want me to walk this thing out? I got it because you
Right.
said
Right.
it, but I need to know how you want me to implement it. I promise you, man. You got it. I'm waiting to see
Yes.
where High HQ go be, where it's gonna be
Yeah.
next year. Like
Yeah.
for real,
Right.
for real.
I
Right.
appreciate
'Cause
Right.
even at the end of the year, I'm just waiting to see where it's gonna
you.
be
Right.
by
Right.
then. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm glad
said,
as well.
do not procrastinate. Don't go to talk to them stores though.
I ain't. I'm not. I'm
'Cause
not.
I'll be waiting to walk up in the store and be like, what? Oh yeah, like he in the store, y'all.
Yup.
Yes, I be waiting to see it. I'm trying to tell you now.
Mhm.
Like I said, if you ever need a hype team, you ain't gotta this one right here. This
Right.
one right here. I'll do it for you all day. Like, yeah. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm proud of you.
I
Keep
appreciate.
going. Don't stop
Appreciate.
what you're doing. And like I said, you welcome back anytime. All you gotta do is give us
Yes.
a holler
All
Yes.
right. I
Yes.
appreciate it. I appreciate
and
y'all having me.
let us know what you got going on. Cause like I said, we always want to let the people know. So
Right.
if you got
Definitely.
any pop-ups coming up soon,
Mhm.
post them so we can repost them for you because we'll share them to our storylines and all our platforms so people can see it. So we
Okay.
can let the people know where you gonna be.
All right.
Definite.
All right.
So give us some last words for the people and tell them where they could find you again.
Last words for the people, y'all. Stay true to yourself and do what you believe in. If you feel like you can do something, go for it. Stand
That's
on
it.
it and run with it. And
Yes.
I'm on social media. It's Hi IQ. It's HI_IQ Clothing on Instagram. It's just HI IQ Clothing on Facebook. Like I said, I got the website www.hiiqclothing. Facebook Culo Pearson, and that's about it.
Now
All
on the
right.
website, I do know that you say you're not taking orders through that yet. Do you
Not
know
yet.
when? Do you know when you'll be able to take
I'll probably, like I said, I'm going out of town for work for 3 weeks, so it'll probably start back after. I'll probably start back after I come back
when
from
you
out of
get
town.
back? Okay, so
Okay.
July-ish.
Yeah, that's what we gonna. That's what we gonna say.
Okay, July-ish.
Yeah,
So y'all heard it, everybody. The website is up, but he's not taking orders through it. So July, we're gonna say by the end of July.
there we go.
And
There we go.
he'll start taking orders through the site. So again, you guys make sure y'all head on over to his site to go ahead and look it over now. And you can pop on to the one that he has on Facebook because if you click the link on the Facebook, it does take you directly to his shop.
Yep.
So I'm telling you guys, he got some hot little stuff in there.
I
Okay.
appreciate it. I
Because I'm
appreciate
I'm going to get me some slides, y'all.
it.
So, but yeah, like I said, because y'all hit him up because he gonna be hitting it big soon. So
That's
I'm
right.
telling you, you better hit him up while you got an opportunity to hit him up
For
Right.
the price
now.
go up.
Right, because he gonna be unreachable in a little while. So I'm
Mhm.
telling y'all better go ahead and click on and get him now. But we so appreciate you for coming on, and we
Appreciate
thank
y'all for having me.
everybody that came on and
Yes.
watched. Thank you, T, as always, for coming
Yes.
to support. Thank you for YouTube family, Facebook family, and all of our people that we have on the personal page that always watch and support us. You
Yes.
guys, we couldn't do it without you. So, with that being said, we love y'all and we will see y'all next week.
All right,
Yes. Good
appreciate y'all.
night.